Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Dhena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Somebody tell me one of the verses from the Sri Upanishad that's stuck in your mind. Because it's got to mean something to you. I want to hear a realization from the verse. You heard it and you found something meaningful in it. Yes, Balaram.
The part where he was talking about he can run faster than everybody, and nobody can actually approach him, and only he can approach us. That's something I thought was kind of interesting.
Really nice. Yeah. What else? Did you hear in the Sri Upanishad?
I like the part where you said I'm inside everything, but I'm also outside everything. Yeah.
What made you think of that?
Well, it's kind of surprising because with Krishna's within our hearts is Paramatma, and he's also outside everything, watching us. So.
Kind of amazing, huh? Wow, nice.
I like the part where it states that the pure devotee is asking Krishna to take away his effulgence.
Yeah? Why do you like that part?
I'm not sure.
I told the story last night, but I'll repeat it. These scriptures are so important, and Prabhupada gave them to the devotees very early. And so the new devotees started studying these scriptures. And just when the Americans started coming to India, and they got challenged in different places. So Chutananda Swami had just taken sannyas. He was in South India, and he got in a debate with one of the Brahmins down there who was a Mayavadi. And they were having a debate whether God was personal and impersonal. But because Chutananda Swami had memorized the Sri Upanishad, and he quoted this verse, Hiranmayena patrena satyasya pihitam mukham tatvam bhushana bhavenu satyadharmaya drishteye. And he said, mukham means face. It's right in the Shruti, in the Upanishads. So the person didn't have an answer for it. And the crowd went on the side of Achyutananda Swami and applauded that he had defeated this Mayavadi by this one verse. And so you can see how important it is to know the Shastra, because when we have faith and we're following a path, we have to know why. We have to know where we're getting the information from, who authorized it, and exactly what it says. It's a siddhanta. You have to understand precisely what it is. So you can do that through understanding these scriptures and memorizing them. And then you have to be able to reproduce them. Just like when a lawyer goes into the courtroom, he can't just say anything. He has to give case law and quote from precedent and say that there's this particular precedent, there was a case that was decided by a court many years ago, and this is what it is. He gives the case number, and this is what my legal theory is based on. So similarly, when you give spiritual theories, when you make a statement, you have to back it up with Shastra. Until it says in the Bhagavad Gita, it says in the Sri Upanishad. Otherwise, you won't be able to stand up in a spiritual circle and make a reasonable case. No advanced person will take you seriously if you can't do that.
It was same as Vrindavan.
Mr. Utsahan, go ahead.
Same as Vrindavan.
Same as Vrindavan means?
Same point.
Same point as Vrindavan?
Yeah.
Very nice that you shared that. Yes.
I like the parts when they state new words.
What's that?
I like the parts when they state new words. Like today I learned one new word from the Upanishad.
What did it say? Stating the words?
No, I like the parts when they state new words.
State new words.
Yeah, as in vouchsafe.
Oh, you like to learn new words. We wrote one down yesterday, didn't we? Didn't we have a new one?
I have it. You wrote it down in the book? Enjoy.
Not enjoy.
Enjoy.
Wait, I think I have it on.
Okay. Yeah, you like learning new words?
Yeah, I have a new one.
Do you have a new one?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Ephemeral.
Ephemeral.
Yeah.
Uncongenial.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's got the chalk?
Me.
You got chalk?
The chocolate there.
Really? Looks like it's orange cap or something. How come it's so hard to get chalk in this place?
No, I have a chalk.
Is the commodity. It's more expensive than gold in ISV because you can't get it. Chalk.
Okay, the word is
And why is the board such a mess anyway? There should be a cleaner. Don't use your hand.
uncongenial. Means
Is it uncongenial?
We could use a wet wipe. I get it.
why don't you use a wet?
Look at the good handwriting. Appreciate that. Look at that.
Wow.
Uncongenial means? Tell the definition. Uncongenial.
Not pleasant or enjoyable.
Okay, listen. What does uncongenial mean? This is going to be on the test in 5 seconds, so listen up. Uncongenial.
Not pleasant or enjoyable.
Not pleasant or enjoyable.
Not pleasant or enjoyable. Not proper or suited to a particular situation.
Not proper or suited to a particular situation. So, somebody use uncongenial in a sentence.
Is it an adjective?
Go ahead, sir.
I was gonna use the definition, but I can't.
Okay, give it a shot.
Uncongenial act caused a bad thing to happen.
Okay, Shweta. It was uncongenial. Yes? Uncongenial to what? To your sensibility?
No,
To your schedule? It's uncongenial with your schedule.
And then what's the part after that?
Okay, yes.
The snow was uncongenial to swimming.
The cold weather was uncongenial for swimming?
Yes.
Something like that. That works. Snow was the cold weather was uncongenial for swimming outside. Yes.
Well, the 10 offenses are uncongenial to one's chanting.
Yeah, the 10 offenses are uncongenial to one's chanting. When Krishna stole butter from the gopis, it was uncongenial for the gopis. Yes, sir. Nimai?
Uncongenial people are so mean that they can be in the mode of ignorance.
Uncongenial people are so mean that
They're
what?
in the mode of ignorance.
that we should consider them in the mode of ignorance. You look pretty serious about that too. Yes? Wait, we got 2 more here. Well, it's not real loud chatter, but there's a lot of talking going on. Okay, go ahead.
Three modes of material nature are a notorious and uncongenial hindrance to devotional service for Godhead.
Okay, say it again. Stand up and say it. Stand up and say it like you're giving a speech.
The three modes of material nature are a notorious and uncongenial hindrance to devotional service for Godhead.
If you got put the cartwheels down and use your hands like this when you talk.
The three modes of material nature are a notorious and uncongenial hindrance to devotional service for Godhead.
Very good. Everyone got uncongenial? You got another one for that?
Oh yeah, I believe only material life is uncongenial to spiritual.
The material world is uncongenial to spiritual life?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us more about the word. Where does it come from?
I think it's Latin.
Of course, or Greek.
Anybody here speak Latin?
Yeah.
Yeah? Advaita speaks Latin.
Well, I'm learning Latin.
You learned Latin in school.
Really?
You guys are getting a real education here. Okay, let's hear what it means. Where does it come from?
Okay, so the origin Piglet is Latin. Con, genie, like for genius, and all.
Genie.
Wait.
Wait, where does it come from though?
From Latin.
This looks like an ad for some pants here. Now you got picture Trump. Don't you have like a red? This is a thesaurus. Where's the... Thanks.
That is the campus that
I'm dying here without my phone. Anyway, what can be done? Does somebody have a dictionary app, please? Instead of these cheap ones online that don't say anything.
Wikipedia. Encyclopedia.
Yeah, Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
No, just
Wikipedia. Encyclopedia. Wikipedia. Encyclopedia.
Okay. More verses from. What other verses did you hear from the Upanishad that stuck with you? If you can hear me, raise your hand.
What?
If you can hear me, raise your hand. 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 Okay. A couple more. What other verses that stuck with you from the Upanishad? Yes.
Oh my Lord, please remember all that I have done for you. Usually we never ask for anything to God, but why in this particular line we are praying to Krishna to remember everything what we have done for you.
That's a question? Well, it says right in the purport that
Krishna is the ultimate goal of a pure devotee, and devotees that have like some adulterated version, they don't have that exact same goal that pure devotees have.
Okay, good. All right, so now, last part. You're going to set some goals for the new year? Yeah? Do you have some in mind already?
Clean up the house before.
Any that you want to share? You want to clean up the house? When?
Help clean up.
Help clean up the house.
I did not do a single
Okay,
thing for you.
let's talk about some of your goals for the new year. Okay, hold on. Let's listen.
One Sunday that instead of walking around and we're going to sit and just do something in service. So that's what.
On Sundays?
Yes, when we don't have any departments, we don't waste them.
Nice. Okay, so they made a plan to sit together and practice kirtan for sometimes when we don't have the kids kirtan here on Sunday. Nice goal. Very good. It's nice too that they're working together. Because then when you make goals with some of your friends, you make a team, then it makes it really powerful. You have some goals?
Yeah, my dad is going to bring me more Danga, so...
Your dad's going to bring you a madanga?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to practice the...
So you're going to practice madanga every day? Whenever you can?
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. More goals you have? What else?
Because there is a dancing guy and he said do 100 times because he's getting disturbed. Yeah. It is a
Haruka, what's he saying?
He's saying that there's a person living downstairs and he tells them to be quiet.
That's been going on since 500 years.
Yeah, like 500 or...
People didn't like Lord Chaitanya and Srivasangam chanting too loud either.
Yeah.
They told Srivas they're going to float his house down the Ganga. But did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stop chanting?
No.
No. Do we ever stop chanting? No. What if they put us in jail? Do we stop chanting?
No.
You're darn right. We never stop chanting. That's it. Yes.
Practice Madanga and do some mischief. I was kidding.
What's that?
Practice Madanga and do some mischief.
Practice Madanga and do some mischief. Okay. That's your goal. Yeah. What's your goal?
I do not even do it.
What?
I do not even do it.
What did you say? Miguel?
He's not gonna do a single thing.
He's not doing a single thing.
Yeah, you should play at least some.
We're talking about making goals for the new year.
Not one thing.
See, if you don't have a goal, you don't have a goal to shoot for. I was walking down the street today from the park, and I saw up near the park, these people, they put outside their house a basketball bucket, where you can... And as soon as people see that, they want to start throwing balls in there. If it wasn't there, no one would even think of it, right? So the same way, until you put a goal up in your life, then there's nothing to shoot for. So you have to have some ideas of what you're going to do that make some goals. Yes?
Memorize at least 15 shlokas of the Isha Upanishad.
You're going to memorize?
At least 15 shlokas.
Why not just make it 18 and get it over with? Yeah, very good. 15 shlokas? Okay. Good. And here we got, is that a weight still writing? Clean up house. Oh, he's writing everybody else's. Very good.
Thanks.
Take a few more. Yes.
My goal is to improve the quality of my rounds.
Very nice. Improve the quality of rounds. This is good. Make sadhana goals, right? Do you have ideas about how to do that?
Spend more time. Keep like extra time.
Extra time for chanting. I like that a lot. That's very good. Gita?
The seventh, I'm trying to memorize the seventh.
We can't hear up here if you're all talking back there. Okay, go ahead, Gita.
I'm trying to memorize the 7th and 9th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita.
You already memorized the 5th, right?
8.
You memorized 8, so
7, 9.
what is 6 to 3 to 7?
7, 8, 9.
Just 7, 8, 9. You can't get anything over on you guys. Okay, very good. So 7 and 8, you're gonna 7 and 9. So then you'll be able to do 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's good. Yes, Niharika.
I was going to say the same thing as Linda, and also improve the quality and consistency of chanting.
Quality and consistency of your chanting. Okay. What do you got? I think that they have the goal to do some mischief too. Okay. Balaram?
Get Whompers for the temple.
What?
Get Whompers for the temple.
Give Whompers for the...
What is Whompers? It's like,
We have Whompers, we just hide them. Okay, who hasn't gone yet? You haven't? So what's your goal?
I wanna practice my kartals and
Practice kartals.
do some mischief and I forgot
I
the
don't think you have
third.
to put mischief on your goal list. You just do it automatically. It's
I also
spontaneous.
memorize the whole Isha Upanishad.
Memorize the whole Upanishad. Okay, that's good. Yes.
I want to study my chanting.
Study chanting. Steady chanting. Well, when you study chanting, then it makes you more steady. Yes?
I want to eat less prasadam and save it for more pure devotees.
Don't eat as much prasadam and save it to give to pure devotees.
Save it for pure devotees.
Save it for pure devotees. But if you eat prasadam, then you'll become a pure devotee just by taking it. Are we going to take 3 more, and we're starting with you? Because you look so enthusiastic. You play the piano? And you sing Hare Krishna at the same time? That's amazing. We're going to have to hear you sing sing on the piano. Do you have an electric piano? Like a Casio? Or do you have a big grand piano with strings on it? You have a piano in your house? Can we all come over and listen to you play? Say yes. Okay. All right. 2 more. Yes.
I want to be better at math.
You want to be better at math? How will you do that?
Learning about the algebra.
Learn algebra, but how are you going to get better at it?
Practice.
Practice?
Yeah, 2 hours a day.
2 hours a day practice. He's going to practice algebra 2 hours a day. That's pretty good. Okay, so last one.
Learn how to tune the madanga.
Learn how to tune the madanga. That's good. We need that. So I just recommend that you write these things down. You didn't get to go. You say yours.
We already did.
And as much as possible.
Chant as much as possible. Okay. Good. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Do the Guru Puja every day.
What you gonna do? Learn how to do Guru Puja or sing the Guru Puja or what? Guru Puja. That brings another point. We talked about learning puja, right? Because for the new year, I'd like to have a class for teach everybody how to do arti and puja. How many of you know how to do the arti perfectly? Have you learned it all the way from beginning to end? Would you like to have a class on how to do an arti? Yeah. Okay. We'll start right now. You write up in the top corner the order in which you offer the articles, okay? So the first thing is a conch. So the conch, you have to learn how to blow a conch. Does everybody know how to blow a conch? You sure?
I can do it. I do it a little too loud and my mom gets too annoyed.
All right.
I can do it, but it's like the key is
Okay,
to do
put
it not
number
loud.
1. Okay, if you can hear me, raise your hand. If you can hear me, raise your hand. Okay, what's the second thing you offer after a conch?
Incense.
Incense, okay.
While you're ringing the bell.
Okay. What do you offer after incense? Lamp, okay. What about after the lamp?
Water.
You all agree on that? Water? Okay. What about what do you offer after the water?
Towel.
Okay. A little cloth. You offer towel, cloth. Then? Flour. See, you're all experts. You're telling me you didn't know how to do it, but you know how. Okay, and then?
Chamara.
And how about, what's the last thing? All the
If it's in
time?
the
You
summer.
always
No,
offer anything?
only in the summer.
Okay, there's certain months when we don't use it because
Too
it's
cold.
the cooling. It's the cooling the Lord down, and you don't want to make him cold in the winter, right? Okay, and what's the last thing?
Concho again.
Offer the conch again? What about if it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you're in an apartment? You offer the conch again? Yeah, as loud as you can. That's your mischief, right? That can help you for your mischief. Go.
For summer.
Does everybody know the order here? What to offer? Yeah. Does everybody know know how to say Achmana?
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you don't know how to do Achmana. Raise your hand if you do know how to do Achmana. Well, some devotees didn't raise their hand at all. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll get an artik tray and then we'll go through the artik. Malini, were you there when we did that mass artik training? We had like 4 or 5 at a time, right? I bought 50 sets of artik paraphernalia in Navadvip when we brought it back, and we had it at somebody's house. So we did. Everyone was offering at one time, and then we'd shift, and then the next would come up offering. We should do that again, right?
Yeah.
So we'll have to put the paraphernalia together in Navadvip, see if we bring it back. And then we'll go to somebody's house where the deity's there, and we can line everybody up, and you can all practice how to do artik. What do you think, Baba? Is that a good plan? Okay, we'll do that. And the other thing we got to learn is cooking, right?
Oh, pizza! I know how to cook pizza.
Yeah. The last time I asked all of you, you said you knew how to. You said you knew how to make cereal. Someone else said they knew how to make toast.
I make cereal.
So we gotta have some cooking classes. And the other thing we got to start doing is y'all got to start giving class.
Oh my!
Right? Yeah?
Yeah.
How many of you would like to give a class? I mean, you already started doing it. I saw you did the PowerPoint. So what we'll do, we'll have this Wednesday. How many of you can come on Wednesday?
Maybe. Oh no, never mind. Oh, I could. Wait, what days Wednesday?
Coming on Wednesday?
Wednesday is Wednesday. No, like what day?
We'll pick one of you on Wednesday,
What's the date?
and we'll give you some time during the Wednesday class.
Today's 9.
Remember, Malini, we did the 5-minute Gita classes? Back in the old days?
14. No, 13. 14. 12 actually, 12.
We used to have a program on Wednesday nights. At the end of the class, we'd have one person give a 5-minute Bhagavad Gita class. So here, write down what you got to do for the Gita. 5 minutes. Got to be 5 minutes from after you sing Jai Radha Madhava. Then you have to quote at least one Sanskrit verse to back up what the points you're making. Then you have to give at least one analogy.
Oh no.
And everything you say has got to be correct Siddhanta according to Prabhupada's books. Okay? And you start, and it takes 5 minutes to give a class like that. And we don't want you reading stuff off a sheet. You just have to speak. Just tell what you know. What do you think?
I do.
Yes?
I might
Who
not
wants
be
to
able to
volunteer
make it.
for Wednesday?
I have a question.
There was and you have to answer a question from the audience too afterwards. So who wants to start? Yes? Okay.
I'll start.
You're going to be the first one.
Try.
So we'll put you on Saturday. So you pick a verse that you want to speak from. Okay? So Manisha's going to start off the 5-minute Gita thing on... She's brave, right? She volunteered first thing. It's good. That's one thing when you get a chance, take a risk and step forward. And it's always good because then when you step into it like that, then you fail forward fast. Because you try it, you make some mistakes, you learn from it, and then you become better the next time. The more reps you get, the better it is. Now I've already heard a lot of you speaking during the Sankirtan. Like yesterday at Wait. Where's it Wait? Oh, there he is right there. He was really good. He was telling all different things about the Bhagavatam, and people were very impressed. And of course, Sri Vatsa was stellar also. I really liked he was sharing his realizations. So this is really practical things, and then also you have to learn how to give a class. So we got to learn this goal for next year, right? We got to learn how to do artik, and we got to learn how to give a class. Everyone should give a class, right? And then cooking. Got to at least learn how to make some sandesh. Learn something where you could use for like the Raj Bhog. Pizza and stuff you can learn later. But for the Raj Bhog, so you can learn how to make a Raj Bhog offering.
Like roti?
Roti, yeah. Everyone should learn how to make a roti.
Rice.
And perfect rice. There's a whole section on rice in Jumuna's cookbook. And
Really?
we can learn from any of the South Indian devotees here how to make
Dasa.
rice. And what else do you want to learn? You got to learn how to make a sweet.
What is Krishna?
You got to learn how to make sandesh.
Laddus. Rasgulla.
At least a few times.
Rasgulla.
You're not going to have any subjis for the Lord? You're not going to cook the Lord some subji? Okay, put it down. And we're going to dal, rice, roti, and one subji. And a sweet. 5 things. Okay? So what's the goal for 2018? You're going to learn how to do artik, class, and cook. And then we're going to send you out. You're going to start your own center somewhere. We're going to give you 35 rupees and put you on a bus. And then you're going to go and start a center. You can pick whoever you want to go with and you can go there and just hold kirtan and see if you can start the Hare Krishna movement all over again. What do you think? Balaram's into it. He's fired up. He's smiling. Who are you going to take with you, Balaram? Okay. Now that's a power team. They'll be on the news in the first day. Hare Krishna kids. Talking, what city are you going to go to? North Dakota. There's nobody in North Dakota. Who else wants to go on a bus and start a Hare Krishna movement all over again? You all want to go?
I'm going to take everybody.
You first have to learn how to do artik, give a class, and cook, right? And you already know how to distribute books so you can go door to door.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I give it no
Go Premanande. Alright, so as many of you as possible come to the Wednesday class. I can put Monisha on near the last part of the class, so there's more devotees there. And then you can tune in too if you're just getting back from school and stuff like that, okay? And does somebody take a picture of all this so that we can save it, okay? You have a question?
You take a picture.
between 6 and 8.
You take a picture.
6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Move now.
Gaur Premanande. Nitai Gaura Haribo. 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Nitai Gaura Haribo. 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo.
Natcheri Armarman, Natcheri Armarman, Natcheri Armarman, Natcheri Armarman, hey, Natcheri Armarman, Natcheri Armarman, Natcheri Armarman, Natcheri Armarman.